It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 11. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And they run with Harris off the option. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Short little throw to Ebron. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. They'll try the air now with Newton. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Broncos nothing.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll start with the option. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
An option handoff given to Harris. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 38. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Ebron caught left side. And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. After the run, Newton going to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Newton. Out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? On play action, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Touchdown! Jerry Judy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football. And the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this is caught off the deflection. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the gun, Newton. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Newton now to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. "38-yard line, second and 11. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And a solid run down inside the 30. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side with Harris. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing is Newton. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Off play action, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. On first down, Harris. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check Mike 27.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
An option handoff given to Harris.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
To throw is Newton.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
They'll run again with Harris. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 24, Bridgewater. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Bridgewater to throw. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Deshaun Hand in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Newton. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And that won't help much. Only a yard on 1st down.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Newton's going to throw it. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the